Sorry. Sorry.
Well, yeah, is there only one? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You guys done with this?
Worst of me. I like the bear.
That's.
Oh, good. Everybody got audio? Test, 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 test. Robin, is my camera good? Okay. Sorry, Adam, go.
Okay, as far as the injuries go, Pacheco has a concussion, and then Trey Smith, his left calf, was hurt. So we'll just see how that goes. Listen, they played a better game than what we did today. In particular, our offense. We struggle. That's my responsibility to make sure I'm putting the guys in the right position to make plays, and it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to. So. Again, we're on a short week here, so we're going to get everybody back in, give them a day off and get everybody back in and get ready for Cincinnati. But I take full responsibility for that, for the way we played offensively there and then defensively. I mean, we did some really good things. So we've just got to straighten out some things on the offensive side, and we'll be all right. So anyways, with that time, Drew.
And do you have any concern that the frustrations are boiling over in an unhealthy way instead of a galvanizing way right now?
No, I don't think so.
And what can you do to best account for how the offense was just so unable to get anything?
Yeah, we're just off the tick, and again, that's my responsibility to make sure I give them the right stuff to work with in the right game and the pass game. So, that's what's got to take place.
Andy, on the fumble, it looked like Pat wasn't maybe expecting the ball back. Did I see that wrong or something?
Yeah, he was getting it back. They had penetration on it, so Pacheco was trying to protect the ball there the best he could, and it got knocked out. So.
And the cameras caught you and Travis with a couple of instances. Just wondering what your perspective was.
Yeah, listen, I mean, he went back in and did a nice job. So things happen. Emotional game. Travis emotional, and sometimes my red hair gets to me a little bit, and so but it all works out.
Andy, how do you feel Patrick's sort of state of mind is after this game? It seems again like some points of frustration.
Yeah, he's fine. We just got to get through this. We get through this, and we'll be all right.
Coach, it looks like Clyde did some impressive things again today. Can you talk to us about, what he's done positively?
Yeah, no, he did. He did a real nice job when given the chance in there. So had some nice carries and nice touches, period. So he's playing good football.
Marquez had to call for offensive offsides early in the game, and again, it was early. Was there any warning on that again, or is it?
I think it was more of the formation. It wasn't as much the offside, more formation.
Coach, anything you can put your finger on as far as just the protection today? And it seemed like Patrick was having to bail out.
Yeah. Listen, they did a good job with all their rush stuff. It started early. I mean, they even against the runs, they had penetration. So again, we've got stuff in our offense that I can give the guys where that didn't take place, and so I've got to make sure that's in there and going.
Coach Reed, can you talk more on the defense keeping you all in the game after the early turnover?
Yeah, I thought the defense did a nice job. I mean, really giving up 6 points, and then the quick turnaround on things, and field position, all those things that they had to bear down on. I thought they did a good job with it.
Coach, on short, we finally did started to prepare for
No, I mean that's part of the National Football League. We got to make sure we take care of business there, learn from what took place, and move forward. That's what you do, and so that's where we're at right now.
Coach, is this loss feel you more going in for obviously the last couple weeks of the season?
Well, no, I mean in this league, every win you want to take advantage of and bank those, but so you spend a lot of time in this thing trying to prep for it, and you surely don't want losses. So, but they're all tough. We'll get through this one, and we learn from it, and we move on.
Last one, Sam.
Andy, are you satisfied that you're finding enough open windows, and that when you do find those open windows, that the ball's getting out in time?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Were you in here? Or?
What stands out most?
Yeah, I think just the mistakes offensively. I thought defense played a good game. Just two mistakes that gave them 2 touchdowns there down to when you're backed up in their red zone. So you just can't do that, especially when defense is playing like they're playing. So I just got to be better in that sense and not making those mistakes and try to find a way to play the game in the best way to win it.
Patrick, is it hard to find a line in that kind of situation to not press too much? When a mistake happens or back-to-back mistakes happen?
Um,
Trying to make up for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think as competitors, you want to make a play happen. But at the same time, you got to know the flow of the game. It's something that I've tried to learn over my career. Those two mistakes at that moment kind of put us in the hole, and we weren't able to climb out of it. And so, I'm just trying to find a way to eliminate those. But obviously, it got us today.
The interception in particular, what did you see that went wrong?
Yeah, he made a good play, man. He was off coverage, read it probably by the alignment or something like that, and just made a good play. I just can't make that throw. I try to be on time with it, but he obviously made a great play on there and got the pick six.
What about the fumble? Can you explain what happened there?
Yeah, I was supposed to take the handoff, and we didn't have a good exchange. Just like any other way, we worked on it all week. They had got some penetration with their defensive line, and we didn't make it happen. But those are things you just can't let happen. You secure the handoff first, and then let the rest of the play develop.
Patrick, you talk about the defensive line. It seemed like you were scrambling a little bit more than usual. What were they doing that was something different?
Yeah, I think they had a good game plan, man. They did a good job of flipping coverages. They did a good job, and when they were in man, playing pretty good coverage. When they were in zone, they were in the right spots. And then the defensive line got home whenever they needed to. They had a good game plan. They played hard. They played a good football game, and all credit to them, man. They played better than us today, and they were the team that deserved to win.
What do you want to see in the locker room this week?
I mean, all you can do is just move on to the next day, the next game. We're going to be playing a Cincinnati team that, I mean, obviously wants to beat us. They're playing good football. Their quarterback's playing really good. Their defense has always played good with their defense coordinator. And so all you can do is just move on, learn from your mistakes, get better. I mean, I still believe that we can go do what we want to do. It's just how can we correct it as quickly as possible. We're at 2 games left that are guaranteed. And then you talk about the playoffs. And so all you can do is move on to that next day, get better then, and try to be better the next time we step on the field.
What tells you that these things can be fixed in whatever time you have left here?
I think just you see glimpses of it. I mean, you see glimpses of us moving the football. You see glimpses of us scoring in the red zone. It's just we haven't consistently done it enough game in and game out. At this end of the season, we kind of had one good game, one bad game, one good game, one bad game. But we have to be more consistent because when you get to the playoffs, you have to string some together. And so I think our focus this week is how can we be better against Cincinnati, and how can we find a way to beat a good football team. We'll obviously look at the tape, learn from it, and then try to come back with a better mentality this next week.
Patrick, obviously it's unusual in your time here to be in this spot when the offensive sputter in this late in the season. What's your level of concern with the minimal time you have left to get to where you want to be?
I think more than anything, it's just consistency. I think I've said it, but it's just, I mean, you see drives where we drive it right down the field, score, and we're doing everything the right way. And then you see drives where we kind of hurt ourselves. You see drives where we stall out quick. I think it's just we have to continue to prove it because defenses they're not changing. I mean, it's a lot of the same coverages by different variations by different teams, and they're good at flipping the coverages, playing man when they need to, playing zone they need to, and then counting on us to make mistakes, and we have. And so I think just we got to clean. If we clean it up, we'll be able to score points. It's just we got to clean it up. I mean we're 2 games left. You have to do it, and if we don't, we'll be going home. So I think if we clean it up, if we clean it up, we can beat anybody. I truly believe that. But we got to prove that we can do it.
You're trying to look like you talk to linemen a lot, talk to your receivers a lot during the game and after the games. That's the sort of stuff you're really trying to get across the most, or anything in particular?
Yeah, I think just you're going to keep guys in the right spirit. I mean, obviously we know that we weren't executing at the level that we wanted to throughout the game. But I thought the guys did a great job of fighting until the very end. It's just, I mean, we just got to continue to get better and better. These self-inflicted mistakes, and it's not just one person. I mean, I made a couple of them today, but it's just like one here and there. But from everybody, if we can just all be on the same page and execute at a high level, that we can get that Chiefs offense you are used to seeing. But we have to, like I said, we have to prove it. That's going to be the end of the day. But we got the guys to do it. We just got to go out there and do it.
All right. Thank you.
How disappointing is it right now that your team can't really find that consistency?
Yeah, man, I think it's a little frustrating right now. Again, we just got to find a way to tackle for defense. Speaking of first, second down, we got to tackle a little bit better. We had an opportunity in 4 minutes to get the ball back to the offense. I think I got to shoot my gun a little bit faster. I find a way to get them on the ground and prevent that explosive play. I feel like we kind of had momentum at that point. We were able to get a stop. I think we've been third and long on that play. After that, our likelihood of getting Pat the ball back probably goes up. So just got to find a way to get him on the ground.
Can you assess the defense play overall, especially since after the turnovers, y'all were given a short field?
Yep.
You're out there pretty quick.
Yeah, man. I think every week our mindset is we kind of want to outplay the other defense. We don't really care about the offense. We're just going to outplay the other defense, create turnovers, match their turnovers or sacks, and give Patrick the ball many times as possible. Today we didn't do that. We got to find a way to get turnovers. It's kind of one of our things that we can improve on the last couple of weeks for sure. Getting the ball back to the offense, especially in short fields and winning backed up situations. Kind of let them out a little bit a couple of times and then flip the field. And then that's hitting yardage for our offense.
What will it be like this week preparing for a new quarterback?
One more time.
What will it be like preparing for a new quarterback against the Bengals?
Yeah, man, I think it's just every single week we kind of do the same thing. Kind of go in there, get the game plan, kind of see who the guys that go-to guys are and try to figure out a way to take them away. They got a talented group of wideouts, running backs as well. Tight ends getting a little bit more involved now, so it's going to take all 11 of us.
Is there a frustration that seeps in knowing that, hey, this is a game where you just came off and you get a completed pass after the first quarter, yet you lose because the offense gives up 14 points. Is there any frustration kind of seeps in on the defensive side in a situation like that?
Yeah, I think it's a frustration that comes for our team. We had an opportunity to win a division this week, and we didn't do it. So I wouldn't say from a defensive side of perspective, but I think as a team, we feel like we missed opportunity today.
How impressive has Legarius been all year, especially going up against Adam, just continuing to limit these opportunities?
Yeah, I've been saying it since training camp. LJ's one of the best corners in the league, if not top three for sure. He's able to challenge guys at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of guys challenge at the line of scrimmage like he does, bring physicality. He's also tackles on the perimeter guys. Both our corners, man, they tackle out in space. And so you got all those three things at a corner, man, it's special. He's been doing it every single week, second days, and he's been lined up against the best wide out on every team. So LJ Sneed is probably one of the top three corners in this league for sure. Yep, thank you.
I'm just saying, right?
Go ahead and start for Nick. Or, sorry, for Chris.
It's all good. Merry Christmas.
Chris, just can you just tell us your perspective, just what happened out there and just what you see?
We got to be better overall as a team, collectively. It's not just one group. I think special teams, defense, we had an opportunity to stop them, give the offense the chance to get the ball back and score, and we didn't. We wasn't successful. I think collectively as a whole, we got to be better overall, especially in critical situations.
We appreciate you, saying everyone needs to be better, but when you are kind of hold the offense to 60 yards passing and the offensive touchdown, is it frustrating just knowing that some things are coming together but some things aren't?
It'll all come together. I think more so as a team for us now, it's about pushing and pulling each other together and pushing each other throughout the week so we can continue to get better. We got 2 more games left for this season, and I think it's important that we put emphasis on pulling and pushing each other together. I have a lot of confidence in this team. I have a lot of confidence in this defense, this special team, and this offense that we're going to get better. And that's the motto going into this week. Make sure we continue to push each other.
You guys can't have been eliminated from the number 1 seed. I know that's not your first goal, but it's always a goal in there along the way. Is it disappointing to be in that position, or do you just look at, hey, we still control our destiny as far as the division? Let's just do what we can.
I think more so as a team, we kind of focus on winning the AFC West, and then whatever falls after that, we kind of look forward to. I think the number 2 seed is still open, right? So everything we want is still ahead of us, right? Number 1, number 2, they still only 1 seed get the bye week, right? Number 1 and number 2 still get a home game and can continue to play at home throughout the playoff. And that's right ahead of us. We got to finish strong as a team, make sure we execute and win these last 2 games, and I think we'll be where we want to be.
Chris, what about the game plan allowed you guys to just pressure the quarterback so consistently?
I think Spags had a heck of a game plan on a lot of this guys, sending pressure. And the front 4 guys, they got after it. Charles Omenihu, George Karloftis, Mike Dana. I think collectively we got after the quarterback, and we was able to send a few blitzes and scheme him out.
Was it deflating, like the missed field goal in the first half? Because you guys had got that trick play on the punt and kind of seemed like you got the momentum going. You had the trick play at the touchdown earlier. It seemed like you guys kind of threw the tide. Does that kind of send you in the locker room on a sour note?
Listen, man, Bucker has made so many field goals in critical situations for this team. Unfortunately, the win, the ball could have played a factor, but we continue to believe in Butt. I mean, what he's been able to broadcast these last 4 to 5 years he's been here has been remarkable. So for him to miss a field goal, we know it's a rare sighting. So we still got his back, still support him.
Chris, in your time in Kansas City, you've kind of seen both sides of it. You were here at a time when the offense seemed like to score well, and the defense was sometimes had its back, against the wall. Now that it's kind of the other way around, it's the offense that's struggling. Is there anything that you learned in those early years, in those days, that you can kind of lean on now, and even whether it's just helping the defense stay focused or trying to encourage the offense?
I think we encourage each other. I think we continue to push each other throughout the week. I've been very fortunate, man. This offense for the last, 5, 6, 7 years has put up so many points for us, has won so many games. And that's the thing about this league, man. As you get better, as you win, good players tend to leave, right? And then you continue to build off of younger guys. And we got a young group, a young core, whether it's offense, defense side of the ball. And we got to continue to hone in on those guys, making sure they're getting better week in and week out. And I think and I believe that as we continue to push those guys before the end of the year, they'll continue to hit strides into the playoffs.
How surreal was that stretch about 5 minutes ago before halftime where back-to-back plays, the Raiders defense scores a touchdown? Have you seen anything like that before where a defense gets touchdowns on back-to-back plays like that?
It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen, They jumped a stick route, and things like that happen. Merry Christmas.
Wrap it up.